Hi there everyone, and welcome to another Pokemon Ultramoon Wi-Fi battle. This is an interesting battle I had last night against a random passerby. And the interesting thing is that my opponent here likes cute Pokemon, but also they violated the taboo that all competitive battlers hold sacred. And it came around to bite them in the ass. So, hope you enjoy. If you're wondering why there was a code at the bottom of this battle, it's because I recorded this on my personal DS, and I then had to upload the video to the through the Festival Plaza and then play it on my capture carded DS. So my opponent leads off with their shiny Lopunny, and a lead Lopunny tends to mean fake out. So I'm going to switch Smeargle out here. Don't want that thing to get its focus sash broken and be unable to get off an attack. So I'll bring in Hitmontop, my lovely counter to Mega Lopunny, lowering its attack and eating a fake out quite nicely. Yep, out comes that fake out, and it does minimal damage. Now, I very much expect my opponent to switch out here, knowing that I'm a fighting type, but they actually stay in. And they do a nice chunk of damage to me, as I went for the Stone Edge. Well, if my opponent is going to stay in, I guess I'll go for my lovely, dovely fighting move. It should just be enough to take out the Mega Lopunny. Lopunny are not exactly the bulkiest of Pokemon around. And out comes the close combat, which, luckily for me, does finish off that Lopunny. That high jump kick did do a hefty amount of damage to me, so I'm going to have to weigh my options next turn. Yes, in comes Mimikyu. Not a whole lot that I can do to Mimikyu, but ideally I would like to break its disguise. So yes, out comes that Sword Dance. And can I break the disguise? No! Oh dear, this is bad. +2 Mimikyu, and if it fancies it could keep going to +4. Right. Hopefully he'll get greedy. Yes, he does. Right, now I can break its disguise, right? Should be fine. No, we miss again! Oh my god, +4 Mimikyu. And if it wants to, it can go to +6. Right. Breaking its disguise is no longer important. Let's go for Toxic. If we go for Toxic, then we can... It'll have a timer placed on it, essentially, with more poison damage being racked up on it each turn. So we finally land it, but now Mimikyu is +6. This is pretty dangerous, and Mimikyu does outspeed a Hitmontop quite naturally. So yes, out comes that Play Rough and destroys Hitmontop. Quite unfortunate. But now I can bring in my Smeargle. And for some reason in my head I was like, right, yeah, let's put it to sleep. That'll be nice and good. But stupid me, of course you can't put a Pokemon to sleep that's already poisoned. As out comes that damn Play Rough. Luckily we are holding the Focus Sash. Yes, so my Spore fails, unsurprisingly. Duh. And I was very annoyed I wasn't able to get up any entry hazards. Looking at his team, I figured I'd benefit more from Stealth Rock, so that's what I went for. And praise Arceus, he actually missed a Play Rough, allowing me to get my Stealth Rock up. Not that Stealth Rock is going to be game-breaking here, but it certainly will help. And thanks to him missing that Play Rough there, that poison damage has racked up enough that Mimikyu will go down now after this turn, which is excellent. The +6 Mimikyu is gone. That thing was a threat. Now I can bring in my own Togekiss, as they decide to bring in their Togekiss. Look at the beautiful shiny Togekiss and how different it is to the regular Togekiss. Takes that nice Stealth Rock damage, which is awesome. I decide to go for the Dazzling Gleam here, hopefully it'll do a good amount, as they go for the Thunder Wave. Thank God it missed. That would have been terrible if it had actually hit me, as it's probably one of those horrible flinchy Togekisses. So I decide to go for Air Slash myself, see if I can get a flinch, and I do. I also get a critical hit, which is fantastic. And that Togekiss goes down without doing anything. Now in comes Chimecho. No idea what Chimecho's going to want to do. I personally have a lock-in Perish Song Chimecho, which likes to kill things. But if that is the case on my opponent's team here, I will start to set up and hit this thing hard. But no, we actually see Cosmic Power Chimecho. Perhaps with stored power, hoping to do severe damage. But yes, I'm technically at +1 now, since that thing's at +1 in its defenses. So I'll go for Dazzling Gleam, my strongest attack. And with a critical hit, that is enough to take out the Chimecho. My Togekiss' ability, by the way, is Super Luck, which boosts the chance of it getting critical hits, and its hold item is a Scope Lens, boosting that chance even further. In comes Chansey, and here it is. This is where my opponent violates the sacred taboo of competitive battling, and goes for Minimize. What an evil tactic. However, unknown to my opponent, Togekiss happens to have a fighting move that cannot miss on its side. Of course it is a special move, but since we're now at +6 special attack, we should be able to hit this Chansey nice and hard. Unfortunately I go for a misclick here and accidentally go for another Nasty Plot. I was trying to rest the eye on the Aura Sphere and see if it was indeed 100% accurate, and yes it is. Bypasses accuracy checks and connects. And with a critical hit, we are able to one-hit KO a Chansey. And my opponent here, realizing the error of her ways, decides to forfeit the battle. And I hope they've gone to Arceus or their respective Lord Helix and prayed for mercy for violating that evasion clause. Not that we agreed on anything since they were a random passerby, but yes, as we all know, evasion is a douchey thing. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed.